This is SportsCenter.
Dallas hoping to put up another 45 against the Giants Sunday. Find out what changes the G-men have made to ensure that doesn't happen. West Virginia looking for payback from last year's loss to Louisville and a chance to keep its Big East and BCS title hopes alive. Fireworks in a Vegas courtroom today. OJ in the middle of it. Our legal expert on what it means for his legal future. And it was a night for three of the NBA's winless teams to get back on track. The Bulls, Wizards, and Warriors. Who stopped the bleeding? Here we go again. Welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Karl Ravech. Neil Everett is another New England team set to win a championship. Good one tonight. Pistons and winless Bulls, plus the latest on the Cowboys and Giants. And where in the world is the Gardner Webb of tonight? What is the top story?
Well, we got a big game in the Big East. You just watched it, Thursday Night Football on ESPN. Louisville, West Virginia. Mountaineers chasing Connecticut. Louisville's been a bit of a disappointment this season. Scoreless first. Darius Rayno gets the spot shadow, and Pat White just that quick release. West Virginia up 7-0 later in the first. If some is good, more is better. White rolling out, and again, look at that, right from the ear. Cock, lock, ready to rock. West Virginia players celebrate in the end zone. That always makes Coach Rodriguez happy. Get over here and stop that! West Virginia up 14-7 now, second quarter. White, Rayno, again, 31 yards. But here they lost the wide receiver. He left the game with the sore knee right there. 4th and goal from the one. Slayton follows Owen Schmidt, who's quite interesting to watch him on the sidelines tonight. Mountaineers 21-7, 14 rushing touchdowns for Slayton. Third quarter, 24-14, Brian Brom. Like Slayton and White, Brom was a kid who had a lot of Heisman talk about him. Sacked by John Holmes. Eric Wicks, reservations for 6. We've got a 17-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Well, remember what happened last year. 17 points wasn't enough for Louisville. Fourth quarter, Cardinals down 10, now down 3. Brom, Mario Arruta, end zone. Touchdown, now with 6 minutes left. Brom over the middle. Tip and picked by Wicks, who had a heck of a ball game. The touchdown we just showed you, big interception for the senior there. But 2 plays later, nursing a 3-point lead with 5.5 to play. Pat White with one of his rare mistakes. He fumbles, Louisville recovers, and the Cardinals are going to have another chance. And they're going to take advantage of that chance. Art Carmody, 31 yards for a 31-all game. And it's good, and right at this point, I thought overtime, and the Rap Dog said, I don't think so. I don't think this game's going to overtime, because he's a big believer in Pat White when he's got the football and he can run with it. Pat White ran for 146 yards in this game, 50 of it right here, 182 through the air, and it's 38-31. But hold on, because Louisville's going to have another chance. Unfortunately, their special teams, not so special, going to make that chance a 99-yard chance after Trent Guy lets it go right through the 5-hole.
Yeah,
right down to the 1. So Coach Craig Thorpe's squad going to have to go 99. Final seconds. Mary works on Sundays. It's Thursday. Nothing here. Brom goes long, and West Virginia comes up with it, and they win it. 38-31 is your final. Two years ago, West Virginia down 17 in the third quarter, came back to defeat Louisville in triple overtime by 2 points. This year, the Mountaineers were up 17 in the third because of the White touchdown. This time, the game didn't have to go to overtime, which was good for all involved, including Chris Fowler and his band.
West Virginia wins, and they play John Denver's Take Me Home Country Road. It's been a long, weird, winding, wacky road for the Mountaineers to navigate to a hard-earned 7-point victory tonight. They overcome 11 penalties for 116 yards and 3 fumbles in the second half. They made it interesting, but it was White with redemption at the end.
And White started the game out on fire, ended it on fire. And remember, when we look back at the first quarter, this was an offense that was moving along and just doing their thing. Pat White, very efficient, very effective. Maybe the number 7 team in the BCS got a little overconfident there. That happens all the time when you start out strong, so they had to recover at the end and barely did that.
Well, we talked about it early, that the only way they get stopped is to stop themselves, whether it's penalties, turnovers, stupid mistakes. a bad punt, kicking it out of bounds for 8 yards. Those are the only things that stop this offense. And when Pat White had his back to the wall, he said, give me the ball. They started driving it, and then the last time, bang, touchdown, down. Put the ball in Pat White's hands.
Well, it was an eventful, scary night for the Mountaineers quarterback. Afterwards, he visited with Aaron Andrews.
All right, well, thanks so much. This game for you, Pat, had a little bit of everything. Fumbles, you got blood on your jersey, you took a big hit in the head. How are you feeling?
Relieved now. I mean, that last fumble of mine had me upset, worried, but things happened. I happened to get in the end zone. We pulled it out. Great win for us.
I saw you after that fumble. You come over to the sidelines. You kind of had your head in your hands. What were you thinking there after that?
I just gave Brian Brom the football. That's what I was thinking.
And when you got the football back, you see a little bit of crease and no one there. What are you thinking as you're running down the field?
Just let me get in this end zone, or at least get in range for Pat Mack to make a field goal.
You just have this look like you're completely dazed. Is it the hit on your head, or you just, I mean, what are you thinking now?
It might still be the hit. I don't know. I'm just, oh man, that game. Whew. I don't know what else to say.
All right, well, thank you so much, Pat.
Thank you.
For the third year in a row, you can say in Louisville, West Virginia, that game, lots of twists and turns. Brom, meanwhile, 345 yards passing for the senior. Couple of touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions, 1 on a Hail Mary at the end of the game. Almost a heroic performance from the senior leader of Louisville.
I thought Louisville's defense came and played a lot better today. You know, they stepped up when they had to, made enough plays. Brom almost had his team in contention to win the game. I was looking for character. I was looking for a team to go out there and play hard. I thought Louisville did that.
Well, you talk about character. They were down 17, came all the way back to tie it. Brom kept slugging away, firing in there. The only negative is he's got such a good arm and so much confidence. He tried to stick it in there a couple of times when maybe he shouldn't.
It's the 5th loss for Louisville. They're still not bowl eligible at 5-5. They're being a preseason national title contender. West Virginia, number 7 in the BCS, coming in, lumped in there with those one-loss teams. What did they do tonight? Do you think they hurt their chances in terms of style points? They were a big favorite coming in.
Yeah, perception-wise, you know, Louisville's down right now, so there's not a lot of real praise coming around for Louisville's football team. So you struggle with the Louisville team. I mean, this is still a Louisville football team with Brian Brom.
And West Virginia still some work to do to secure the conference title. They still have 3 games to play. Connecticut comes in here for a very important game. Rich Rodriguez saying goodbye and good luck to Brian Brom. It's the last time he'll have to defend him in the Big East. And Brom, of course, a year away from success in the NFL. In the end, they can smile and sing along to John Denver. Mountaineers win it by 7, but it was interesting in Morgantown. Guys?
Love it, John. You want to love it. You want to give love it
a few bars? Well, you heard Chris mention it, that West Virginia at Cincinnati, that's where UConn is this week. And, of course, the Huskies, they're in the driver's seat in the Big East. November 24th, that drive could be a little tougher when they play West Virginia.
A lot of buzz today about a baseball story. A Boston Globe report Wednesday saying 11 current free agents will be named in the Mitchell report. Tonight, Gene Orzer, the general counsel for the Players Union, said that story was inaccurate. He told me what was made clear to a group of agents in New York Wednesday is that of the universe of players that Mitchell has asked to interview, no more than 11 are current free agents. And that number is relevant to the agents who might represent one of those guys, that maybe during the time of negotiations, there's the chance that the player's name is released. And even that is just a chance. As representatives from the union and Major League Baseball acknowledge they have no idea what names are in Mitchell's investigation or if he intends to release any or all of them. Rob Manfred is, of course, the vice president for Major League Baseball and labor relations. He said, I can't imagine how that original story can be accurate. Only Senator Mitchell knows who's in the report. The union doesn't know who's named in that report. We have not notified any players of anything. Meantime, baseball on the field, the GM meetings, Miguel Tejada's name's in play. Remember at 05, the Red Sox had an interest in him. Now it may be the Yankees. They're looking for a replacement at third for A-Rod. They at least appear to have some interest in bringing the one-time All-Star on board. Jason Stark on how realistic keeping him in the same division will be.
Is Miguel Tejada available? He is. Are the Yankees interested? They are. But does that mean Miguel Tejada is going to wind up in New York? Not so fast. The Yankees are like a lot of folks this time of year. They're making out a shopping list, and Miguel Tejada is one of the names on that list. But so is Scott Rowland. So is Miguel Cabrera. And here's what really works against this deal happening. The Yankees and Orioles have done almost no business together for the last 30 years. There's very little motivation for the Orioles to try to help out the Yankees, the powerhouse in their own division. So is Miguel Tejada going to wind up replacing Alex Rodriguez in New York? I'm not so sure of that.
Red Sox have made Michael Owen an offer they believe to be really strong. Reportedly 3 years. The 33-year-old, of course, off the outstanding season, MVP of the World Series. Both sides say they want to get it done. Should it all blow up, by the way, it doesn't appear as if they would look to the Marlins' Miguel Cabrera.
Breakdown brought to you by McDonald's.
Eastern Conference semifinal matchup from last season. The Bulls, who don't have a win, against the Pistons, who know how to win. First quarter, Tyrus Thomas by Rasheed Wallace. Bulls up 6 after 1. Second quarter, transition, Ben Gordon, stop, no pop. Thomas, I got you, Pop. How's it? Bulls up 6 at the half. Third quarter, Chicago up 12. It's Thomas again, the steal. Then he tries to dribble, which is not in his wheelhouse. Rip Hamilton off the turnover to Wallace, and the Pistons are down 10. We keep it in the third. 9-point game. Chauncey Billups, who do you think you are? Mr. Big Shot. It's a 6-point game. Bulls trying to find that first W. Kirk Heinrich, big at the wheel to Thomas, big in this game. Still in the third. Ben Wallace turns the ball over. Rip Hamilton. Blocked by Thomas. Tyrus Thomas, 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 miles high. Pistons keeping it close, though. Rasheed Wallace had 36 in this game. It's a 3-point game. Tyrus Thomas, though. Wallace and the Bulls up 3. Fourth quarter, 98 seconds left. 3-point game. Hamilton, the runner. We've got a 1-point game, and how will the Bulls react? Haven't got a win this season. Well, Billups to Hamilton for the tie. No, Thomas, of course. Who else? Tyrus Thomas, the rebound. Bulls get the win. Their first of the season. They take it by 4. All right, well, they're running on all pistons now. We see that the Bulls started out 0-4 in the 05-06 season, averaging 10 points fewer than they have then. This was against the Pistons. They're now 4-1 in their last 5 against them.
Good stuff there. We got 60 seconds, and we're back. Romo says the Giants are better, but hear why he says what happened was no fluke. Yelling, screaming, robbery at gunpoint with a semi-automatic weapon. Part of the testimony today at Simpson's hearing. And is it good news or bad news for the 0-4 Warriors? That Dallas is in town. Don't miss the in-progress highlights. We're back. Just 1 minute. That's it.
Happy Hour, now at Sonic. Entertain your taste buds with over 168,000 fountain drink and slush combinations, like our Cherry Limeade. All half price every day between 2 and 4 p.m. Drive in for Happy Hour today, because Sonic is your ultimate drink stop.
This time of year, my dandruff really shows.
And my old shampoo didn't stop the itch, so I switched.
Selsun Blue, doctor recommended for flakes and itch. Aloe and moisturizers for healthy hair and scalp.
Never wear black without the blue.
Selsun Blue.
SportsCenter, brought to you by Sonic. It's not just good, it's Sonic good. And Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
The Golden State Warriors have pulled off the greatest upset in the history of the NBA playoffs. They have defeated the Dallas Mavericks in 6.
After that playoff loss, Mark Cuban filed a lawsuit against Don Nelson for using inside info he got when he coached the Mavs. Seriously.
How about get over it?
Likely not to be heard by an arbitrator till after the first of the year. Not kidding. Dirk solo act. Got it. Dallas within 1. Later in the first, the Mavs are up 1. Now transitioning. Howard wide open on the wing. Trailer, Dallas up 4. Now tied in the second. The lob into Baron Davis, working the post. Warriors up 2 later in the second. We're tied again. Monta Ellis for the lay-in. No. Baron Davis. Woo! Warriors are on top 40-38 at that point. Now 53-50. They're up by 3.
Hey, is this the night the Wizards win their first game of the NBA season? Host New Jersey hopes not, but it looked good for Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jamison, Caron Butler, and the Wizards franchise. They were up by 20 in the second quarter. 20 would not be enough. Nets down 14. Vince Carter off balance, and it's a 12-point game. There's the Boston Knockbar sighting. That's it. 19-2 run. Nets trailed by 5 at the half. Fourth quarter. Wizards down 3. Arenas. He would complete the old-fashioned three-point play here in this game tied. Under 3 minutes to play. Nets down 2. Look what the kid did. Pass to Richard Jefferson. RJ, the 3, and the Nets up 1. They led by 6 with under 2 minutes to go. But here we have under 30 seconds. Game tied. There's Richard Jefferson. Fundamentally sound basketball would be to block him out. Now, made both free throws. He had 25. He's 46 and 47 on the season. Here we go. Final seconds. 2-point game. Coach Eddie Jordan said afterwards he had no problem with this final play by Arenas, given his big play ability. What? That's what he said. I read the quote. Gilbert Arenas got it done. Sometimes, not that time.
College hoops upset, Neil. Of course, big story, November 2. Division II, Grand Valley State hammered Michigan State in double overtime. That hurt. On Tuesday, another Big Ten school lost another to a Division II school. Ohio State doesn't have Odin and Conley Jr. anymore, and Finlay got them. And then Wednesday, the Gardner-Webb bandwagon started getting loaded. Billy Gillespie's Kentucky Cats fall at home by 16. The Gardner-Webb head coach is Ricky Scruggs, and he's been talking about it a lot.
We went into the game really feeling like we could win the game. We might have been the only ones in the country felt that way, but we really felt like we had an opportunity to knock off Kentucky, and we thought one of the only ways we could do that was attack them. We had seen them play at 2 or 3 other games, and nobody had really attacked them the way we had planned to attack them. So we attacked them with the fast break offense, and then